13,000 of which were murderers. Many of them murdered far more than one person.
U.S. presidential candidate Donald Trump has generated controversy with his anti-immigrant rhetoric. He claimed that thousands of immigrants with murder convictions are spreading bad genes in the United States. Trump expressed this during a radio interview with conservative commentator Hugh Hewitt on Monday. In his comments, he criticized the immigration policies of his Democratic rival, Vice President Kamala Harris. He claimed that
13,000 of which were murderers. Many of them murdered far more than one person, and they're now happily living in the United States. You know, now a murderer, I believe this, it's in their genes, and we got a lot of bad genes in our country right now.
The White House immediately condemned his claims, which misrepresent data from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) agency. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre remarked,
Well, that type of language is hateful, it's disgusting, it's inappropriate, and has no place in our country. I just talked about misinformation, disinformation, and how we have seen a bipartisan response when it came to Hurricane Helene, and how we're trying to bring our country together. It is important to bring people together. And tearing people apart, tearing communities apart is dangerous. And this comes from the same vile statements that we've heard about migrants being poison the blood. That's disgusting.
Washington Post columnist Philip Bump wrote that it allows Trump and some of his supporters to view themselves as superior to the immigrants he targets. Former U.S. Ambassador and political analyst Michael McFaul described the rhetoric as echoes of Nazi Germany. Data released by ICE in September indicated that there were 13,099 individuals with homicide convictions on ICE's non-detained docket. As he competes closely with Harris in key battleground states before the November presidential election, Trump has focused heavily on immigration issues.
And when you look at these millions and millions of people that are pouring into our country monthly, where it's, I believe, 21 million people, not the 15 that people say, and I think it's a lot higher than the 21. That's bigger than New York State pouring in. And just look at what they're doing to our country. They're criminals. Many of these people coming in are criminals. And that's bad for our economy, too. You know, you mentioned before, we'll talk about immigration later. Well, bad immigration is the worst thing that can happen to our economy. They have, and she has, destroyed our country with policy that's insane. Almost policy that you'd say they have to hate our country.
President Trump, thank you.
During his campaign events, he has demonized both undocumented migrants and those who have entered the country legally. At a rally last month, Trump stated that Harris should be prosecuted for the White House's border policies. He referred to undocumented immigrants as animals.
Look at how bad these people are. These aren't people. These are animals.
Who are out to rape, pillage, thieve, plunder, and kill. He added, "They will walk into your kitchen. They'll cut your throat." Trump also threatened to deport legal residents from Haiti, repeating discredited claims that they were eating family pets in Ohio. In June, he promised to issue a green card to an individual who graduates from any college, even two-year community colleges, although his campaign later retracted this statement. He has also expressed a desire to deport around 11 million undocumented immigrants living in the U.S.